Hey you guys, it's that time. Pick a story where in one of the decks or all of the decks could be a story or a message for you. So what I want to do is to hold each deck up to the camera for you to see if it's resonating with you. Starting with deck number 1. Could your story or message be here in deck number 1? Or is it in deck number 2? Could your story or message be here in deck number 2? Or is it in deck number 3? Could your story or message be here in deck number 3? All right, so I hope you have made your selection, and we'll go ahead and begin with deck number 1. Thank you guys for joining me on my live earlier. All right, so we have the overall energy as strength. We have the 7 of Pentacles, the 4 of Wands, the Empress. I forgot she didn't have no shirt on. King of Cups, overall energy, the 8 of Cups, the 9 of Wands, and the Sun. All right, so overall energies, I feel like somebody had lost their confidence for whatever reason. Or it seems like maybe the more attention that you get, maybe the more it somehow brings out your insecurities. I feel like you also are having a hard time trusting people. There could be people who also don't like to be around your light. Of course, people who may be enemies. But yeah, I kind of feel like something's going on where you also could be pushing people away, maybe as a defense mechanism. I know you've been hurt or you've gone through some sort of trauma where maybe you feel like you need to keep up some sort of guard or some sort of barrier protection. I feel like you're going through some sort of a transformation as well. It seems to like there is some kind of sadness that maybe you're going through, or loneliness or disappointment. And it's like you're trying to push that away. Like I feel like you don't want to appear as vulnerable, or you don't want people to see your weaknesses. So I feel like you're trying to put on like this tough exterior, or maybe you're going through something emotional, but at the same time you're like, I know this is making me stronger, like, you know, I just have to deal with it. Maybe you're like being like a realist and you're like, this is difficult, but this is part of life and I'm just gonna have to deal with it. And you definitely could be going through, you know, something very transformative because of the things that you're dealing with emotionally, but it is making you stronger, whatever this is that you're going through or dealing with. In a love situation, I feel that someone gets like a lot of attention. So let's say you're dealing with somebody who gets like a lot of attention. I feel that maybe this person can't help it. People are just attracted to them. And this person is constantly faced with temptation. And that could be, ruining the relationship. Maybe you've left this person in the past because of that. And I feel like this person, they're fighting. But there is someone like that is just in their face. And I feel like they're having a hard time resisting this temptation. I have, like, if you missed it, I'm keeping the card facing me because YouTube has been they've been censoring a lot. So I don't want them talking about there's, nudity or whatever, and, her boobs are out. So, yeah, I feel like, your person could be dealing with someone who is very tempting to them. Maybe they're a natural flirt. Maybe they're doing something intentional, maybe not. But whatever the case, I feel like they are really having to fight with that. You could be dealing with a Leo or a water sign. Now, also, if you have been dealing with this situation, it feels like you've been stagnant, or like you've had to be really patient for things, or you feel like you're being blocked from something. I feel like that is going to be removed. I'm sorry, I just want to look at the card, so I'm just going to cover it up so I could turn it back over. But yeah, I feel that you're going to have a sense of freedom from whatever those blockages are. There's going to be some sort of a breakthrough for you if you feel like you've been restricted. Even if this is some form of self-restraint, like you've been holding back and you're like, whatever this is that you've been holding back from, I feel like you finally are free and you're like, oh, finally, I've been trying to reserve myself. It could be for something sexual. Maybe you were holding back or saving yourself for someone that you felt was worthy. I feel that finally, you meet somebody or connect with somebody who you feel like is worth it or that you want to give yourself to. Maybe you've been fasting or dieting and you've been dealing with a lot of temptation, but after you finally meet your goal, you're celebrating. You're like, finally, I can eat again, or, whatever the case is. But it does seem like anything that you've been restrictive about, like your freedom is being restored, or, you're free to move about, free to do whatever. Now, if that pertains to a love situation, it does bother me a little bit, because if someone is supposed to be loyal and their loyalty is being tested, I kind of feel like, I don't know, is they might indulge in the thing that they were trying to resist. It's like, maybe this person pops up at their home and they're just like, okay, they're in front of my face, like I can't walk away, I can't look away, I'm cornered. And so there is a strong possibility of someone giving in to that temptation after initially resisting it or fighting against it. That's crazy. I'm like smelling chicken right now. I feel like somebody must be cooking downstairs, because I'm like, why am I randomly smelling chicken? But yeah, I kind of feel that for the most part, there's going to be some sort of a breakthrough. If you've been kind of sad or going through some sort of depression, I feel like it's going to go away. Your happiness or your faith is going to be restored. Yeah.
My guided journal gives a brief description of each tarot card, and each image has a prompt question to help you relate to the meaning. Whether you're a journaling wizard or novice, this journal will assist you in acknowledging and navigating patterns that you have as a first step to a self-analysis.
Oh, I know what that is. It smelled like chicken at first. I'm sorry. It's like distracting me. My sister, I know she's cooking a cake. She's baking something in the oven. And I asked her to hold off on sweets. That's crazy. she baking. All right. So, okay, so I feel like somebody had been holding back their emotions or fighting what they feel. Somebody didn't want to feel how they felt. Maybe you've been obsessing over someone but trying not to, or vice versa. And I feel like at some point somebody is like, I can't fight this feeling anymore. This is overwhelming. And I kind of feel like the feeling is strong intentionally, because maybe there is something that needs to be experienced with this connection. Something maybe needs to be fulfilled. I feel like this could be part of someone's karmic agreement. You also may have been trying not to do something because you were under contract. Maybe it's something that you wanted to talk about, but you couldn't until some sort of contract had ended. But whatever somebody's been holding back, I feel like they get to reveal it or express it. I feel like it's good, but I feel like it's also not so good in regards to somebody who's supposed to be in a relationship. I feel like someone is caving into their desires. I feel that you're also putting things into perspective. You may not want to jump into something or start doing something. Like if you're normally impulsive, maybe something is a challenge. You're like, normally I would just like do it because I just felt moved, or, and I feel like something's happening where you had to train yourself, or you just had to, practice some sort of self-restraint. You had to make something make sense first, or you had to think about something practically, or make a practical decision. And so I kind of feel like that's what you're doing. You're just like trying to take some sort of an assessment of your situation. And I feel like you're working on some things. You're like, I can't just jump into it. I gotta wait. I gotta do XYZ first. So some sort of discipline that you're working on. As far as finances, it looks like you're saving your money up for something. Maybe you've been having to control your spending habits for whatever reason. But I feel like your money is slowly coming together. Okay, somebody is analyzing their situation. They're trying to talk themselves out of something. Like I said, it's like trying to make it make sense. It's like, okay, this is why I shouldn't do XYZ. And I feel like somebody is like listing all the pros and cons to a situation, trying to put things on paper. 'Cause, 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 ' Yeah. And then I just kind of feel like something might go out the window. If you've been trying to resist an ex, it's possible that you've been asking yourself, should you give it another chance, or should you rebuild the relationship? Is it worth it? Can something be fixed? Now, I also feel like there's something that you're working on and you want to talk about it, but you don't want to talk about it until it's complete. You're like, oh, I just want to, share what I'm doing, but I can't talk about it just yet. But as soon as I feel like you complete something in private, you're going to share it with other people. Okay, I feel like somebody is either coming to visit you or you are going to visit someone. And there's all this energy of like, okay, when they come here, just because they're coming here doesn't mean I'm going to give in and give it. Like, I really feel like somebody is struggling with like the sexual thing. It's like, I'm not going to do it. So I don't know. I feel that you are getting ready to put yourself in a compromising position, unless you are the temptation for somebody and they might not be able to hold back. I'm also getting something about a vacation. I don't know if you were saving your money for a trip, or if you were trying to save your money and you normally travel and you're like, I don't have the money to travel. You might just do it anyway, even though you don't have the money to do so. But I feel like there's going to be some sort of vacation. Something does look unexpected. Like there's some sort of unexpected event. And I feel like you're being thrusted in a direction for, because you just need to go in this direction. Like you're being forced to pivot. I feel like outside forces are intervening and maybe forcing you to step out of your comfort zone, or to do something that you wouldn't normally do. You also might have a sudden surge of confidence. Like you needed this extra push to do something. Somebody tried to stay away from somebody and they can't. Creatively, I feel like you're working on something. You're putting things into place. It's some sort of creative or passion project that I feel like you're working on. I mean, it still applies. I know I always say creative, and maybe you're thinking like, but I don't sing or dance or do art. It's still something coming from your soul, something that you are just passionate about and you want to do it. And especially if this is pertaining to like, running your own business or being self-employed, I feel like there is a plan that you have in place, and it's something that you're working on. Maybe you have like a website that you're working on. Maybe it's something that you're crafting. Maybe you're building up some sort of a business database so that you can do some sort of marketing when you get the chance. But I feel like you're working on a passion project. If you want to work from home, I also feel like this is good energy for you to work from home. or to work on your own schedule. Like you can do something when you want to. Still feels like you could be keeping something under wraps until it's done. I also feel that you could be doing something creatively as a collaboration. I feel like you're teamed up with like-minded individuals and you're working together. You're collaborating. But it seems like a secret project. I feel like somebody is also wanting to run something by you. They're like, let me run this by you right quick. I need your opinion. And so you're kind of helping someone form this idea that they have, or to bring something into fruition. I feel like you're brainstorming. I feel like you also may have some sort of telepathic connection with someone, especially if they are a water sign or have Venus in Scorpio. Okay, so for someone who was in a relationship, a long-term relationship, or something was like out of security, I feel that someone randomly just like abandons this relationship or ends it. It's just like, it just happens like so quickly. It also could be that someone came into your life to initiate that change. Like they came to ignite that passion in you, to let you know like it's okay to release or let go from this relationship if you're holding on to some sort of a dead end relationship. Or again, maybe you are the catalyst for somebody who needs to just like let go. The only thing is that it still feels like something maybe starts off as a secret or an affair or something of that sense. But I do feel like a relationship is just like abruptly ending. It also could be that someone just leaves their family or their home, not necessarily for romantic reasons, but depending on if you have like children in the home, there's a possibility that someone just decides randomly that they're wanting to move out. Or you have roommates, because somebody might just decide that they're gonna leave. I also feel like somebody is walking away from a high-paying job to do what they love. It's just so out of the blue, and people might be like, are you crazy? Like, what are you doing? You didn't think this through. Maybe initially you tried to do something for practical reasons, and then you're just like, nope, I gotta follow my heart. So I don't know. I kind of feel like somebody is walking away from a secure foundation and exploring something new and unknown. Or also someone could be coming into your life and just like disrupting your life or disrupting your routine or your schedule. All right, so moving on to deck number 2. You have the King of Swords, the Witch, or magician. Ace of Swords, Five of Cups, the Lady and the Lord, or Lovers. Overall energy, Queen of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands. All right. So there may be something significant happening in regards to you, an earth sign and an air sign, or maybe, you know, one of these is your sign and you're dealing with another person. In a love situation, though, I do feel like somebody is going to feel torn or be at some sort of a crossroads. And it looks like someone had to be going through some sort of rejection or loneliness. And I feel like someone finds, they find validation within themselves. I don't know if initially you were looking for validation and you weren't receiving it. But now I feel like you will have that. You're going to have that validation that you were needing. Now, I feel like someone is also like playing mind games though, or communicating with you indirectly. I do feel like ultimately someone will be straightforward with you, but yeah, I feel like it starts off with like kind of guesswork, tiptoeing around the subject and all that. Someone also could be wearing like a mask or trying to find ways to interact with you or get you to communicate with them, whether they're following you on social media under a fake profile or they're calling you from a fake number. But I feel like someone is finding ways to get you to communicate with them. There is a possibility that someone has regrets or wants to say that they're sorry. I kind of feel that two people are going to have like this conversation. Somebody wants the opportunity to express their regrets or their sorrows or something. They're expressing this to you. Or you could be doing it to somebody. Now, career-wise, I feel that you've been playing around with these ideas and maybe things have not been working and you've been wondering like, you know, why something didn't work. And it's kind of like you having to go back to the drawing board. And I feel like you're going to figure something out. It's like, I feel like you're going through your notes or because of a past failure is giving you some sort of clarity. And I feel like you're going to be able to come up with several different money-making ideas. And it's like you're playing around with different things. I feel like you also have irons in several fires. You're just like, okay, let me start this here. Let me do this here. I feel like you have like a lot of projects that you're starting. And it's like you have like this inspiration and clarity in regards to what it is that you want to do. So you might be like a business-minded person, or it's like your mind is on business and marketing and getting the word out is something that you're doing. I feel like you're having to be creative. Maybe you also felt like you can't be successful unless you have this or unless you have that. But this is always saying like, nope, all the resources that you need for success are in front of you. Like you have everything. You just need to make it work, you know, do some MacGyver tricks. Well, if you know who MacGyver is, you know that he used to make he used to always figure a way out of a problem with, like, if he'd be locked in a room and a bomb about to go off and he just start rigging a bunch of stuff together. So whatever the case, I kind of feel like you are having to do that. You're having to rig things or maneuver and just make something out of nothing. You can do it. Still seems like you're having to let certain things go, or you're like, okay, well, this didn't work, and you're having to throw that out or reset. But the ideas are still coming to you. You're still able to have multiple sources of income, even if one thing doesn't work out. But it does seem like you're playing around with a lot of ideas. You also might be blessed with a partner or a companion that will assist you in some way, or maybe be like a business partner. Yeah. I feel that you also have a hard time adjusting to change. Okay, so in regards to your professional life, there is something going on, some sort of change is happening. Maybe the company is making some changes, but there's something going on in regards to your professional life. Or if you work for yourself, you're making some sort of changes. Relationships, though, I feel like somebody initially had cold feet or was having commitment issues, but they're wanting to give things a try with you. Or you were having commitment issues and now, but for whatever reason, you feel connected to somebody, and maybe you want to try with them. Somebody has been observing you and interacting with you. You've been interacting with someone, and but it's been through like a veil or a mask. So basically, you know, like somebody had a fake profile, but you've been interacting with this person. This person is a soulmate. Now, unfortunately, I feel like maybe somebody was in a relationship. The relationship may have ended or is getting ready to end, though. But yeah, I feel like you've been interacting with someone and you thought it was one person, but it's really somebody else. I do feel like they're ready to unveil or remove the mask. So they're ready to reveal themselves. They don't want to put on an act anymore. This person wants to be real with you. New plans, new plans. I feel like you're working on a new plan. It just seems like you're having to like throw something out and start over. Or it could be, like I said, because of something that didn't work in the past or some sort of past failure, you came to this new conclusion or some new idea. Seems like you're trying to rearrange some things, like you keep moving things around. You're like, you're trying to figure out what's the formula. You're like, there's a formula to this, and it's something that you're trying to figure out or rearrange. In a love situation, there has been like little to no communication from somebody. And this person is being really cryptic. They're trying to tell you the truth, but in a cryptic way. Okay, so another thing I'm seeing in a love situation is someone feeling like they waited too late. I feel that you are getting ready to connect with a new person, and then someone from your past is going to feel like I waited too late. They're going to feel like they made a mistake or they messed up, but just they're frustrated with themselves because they let you slip through their fingers. Especially if they are an earth sign or a water sign. And I feel like there's this feeling of competition. They feel like they're having to compete against someone else who's now giving you attention or who will be giving you attention. And I feel like something will be happening this Gemini season. I do feel that someone's ego is going to be bruised. Someone might start to feel like, oh, they're not giving me attention anymore. If you also have been begging for someone to give you attention and they wouldn't give it to you, or they just like took you for granted, I do feel that they're going to regret that. Yeah, there's a strong possibility that they're going to lose you to someone new because they were playing too many mind games and they thought that they would always have you. All right, so someone has been thinking about you a lot, even though they haven't been maybe speaking verbally. I feel like this person has been trying to connect with you on a mental plane. Definitely could be earth in your energy. I feel like an earth sign also has been keeping tabs. If they're into metaphysical things, I feel like this person's been remote viewing. I feel that someone is also aware of their communication flaws. this is something that has been ongoing. They just don't know how to communicate properly. Or they keep trying to do something their way, even though it's not working. It feels too like just as you decide to move on from someone because you met somebody new, or someone interesting is in your face, that's when the past person pops up. And it's like, where were you before? All right, so moving on to deck number 3. You have the Queen of Swords, 2 of Cups, 6 of Cups, 8 of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, overall energy, King of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, and the 5 of Wands. All right, so kind of similar energies coming out. There is some conflict between earth, air, and maybe a water sign, but especially earth and air. I feel like there's an earth sign that is dealing with ego or pride. This person is being lazy and not doing what they need to do to fight for you. I feel that this person has been so adamant on running things their way that I just feel like it's not working. I feel like this person needs to change their approach. But this person does not do well with change. They want something to stay the same. And I feel that someone is at risk of losing you to a new person. I feel that you're connecting. You're making some sort of significant connection. This person is your soulmate. Now, it is possible that this is talking about 2 different people coming into your life. But it also may indicate that this is one person. It just feels like both like a lover and a best friend. Is something very familiar about an energy that you're connecting with. And that's because I feel like you guys have known each other from a past life. You could be torn between a new love and a past love, but it's soulmate energy all around you. You might feel like you don't know what to do with yourself, or with your situation. And you're going to be like, what am I going to do? How do I get myself out of this situation? Or how do I move forward? I don't know what to do. So I feel like you're going to be very much overwhelmed. Maybe because you weren't expecting something to happen this way. Now, you also might feel insecure, or like someone is bringing out your insecurities. Like maybe you don't want someone to see you this way, or you don't want, you had just different expectations of how you would meet this person, and maybe you just don't feel like you're at your best. But I do feel like this is in your head. Like these are your own negative past thoughts that are haunting you. Another thing I'm picking up is that this might be the energy coming from the person coming towards you. Like this person's very shy and or insecure, Or even if they're normally a confident person, you bring out their insecurities. But yeah, you have got like some sort of love connections coming up that you're dealing with, and it feels like it was meant to be. It just, something just feels right. You might find yourself feeling like very comfortable with someone too soon, or at least, you know, that's what it feels like. You're like, this is too soon. Like, I've only been talking to this person for 3 days and already we're talking about, you know, moving in together or babies or getting married and stuff like that. And I feel like you're having like all these overwhelming conversations. Now, something also could be moving so quickly to the point where someone gets cold feet and they're like, whoa, 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 let me slow down. This is too quick. And they try to restrict themselves or hold themselves back, or you're trying to do that, feeling like you're talking too much, you're saying too much. You're like, oh, let me be quiet. I don't want to scare them away. I really feel like something is mutual though. Like the both of you just feel connected and in love with each other, just like this strong bond. You're like, something, I don't know, I can't stop thinking about this person. I feel like it's destiny. I wonder if they think it's destiny. Like it seems like there's a lot of love. Now, if there is no love coming into your life, it could be that you're surrounded by people who seem to be falling in love. All of a sudden, everybody's in a relationship. And maybe you start to feel anxiety about like, when are you going to have one? It could be that. Also, if it is not about relationships, it's still talking about you connecting with your match, your perfect something. You know, especially if it's something that you're looking for, like you're looking for a new home, you're looking for a new car, you're looking for whatever. It's like you find it. This is the perfect job for you. This is the perfect home for you. So you are going to find your match. I do feel like, you know, your inanimate objects like houses can be soulmates and stuff, or even like cars. Like, you ever seen, I don't know if you ever seen the old movie Christine, where there was some pretty intense love that this guy had for his car. And his girlfriend was like getting jealous and stuff, and she was like beating on the car seats like, like, you love this car more than me. You don't like when I hit Christine, you know. So I don't know, I do feel like even if it's something inanimate, it's like your soulmate, it's your baby. You're like, it feels like home. So you should be experiencing something like that. Another thing, it could be you connecting or reconnecting with the side of yourself that you had lost, and feeling in love with this. It's like, oh my God, I forgot how much I used to love gardening. I forgot how much I used to love drawing. I forgot how much I used to love writing. Like something, I feel like you're falling in love with another side of yourself. But I really feel like there is somebody coming into your life, and this person is still, in a sense, helping you reconnect with something within you. Like maybe you never thought you would love again. This person is helping you reconnect with loving a person again, falling in love. So yeah, you're also like following your passions. You're following your heart. Your heart is speaking to you. It could also be that two people or somebody is bringing two people together. Like somebody is the mediator of love. It's like, let me bring the two of you together. You two belong together. So somebody is like being a mediator and bringing two people together, even though they're being resistant or they're saying they don't want to, like it seems like it's happening. I feel that things are also starting to make sense for you, or something will start to make sense. I feel that you are going to have the clarity that you need. Whoever is coming into your life, this person might be very straightforward, very brash, honest. Somebody also could be a little bit of a nerd. Like you're connecting with someone who is nerdy, but you really like that about them. I feel that someone also maybe has tattoos. Somebody might have a literal bird tatted on their arm. So there, it definitely seems like maybe an air sign is your soulmate, or you as an air sign are connecting with the soulmate. I feel that something also might start, stop, and then pick back up again. Seems like there's all this information coming towards you, or there's a lot of expression, self-expression. People are expressing themselves. People are flirting. Somebody is also who's normally shy, like I said, being very expressive. And I feel like you are making someone feel very comfortable. It's like, I feel like I can tell you anything. Like, am I talking too much? I feel like I'm oversharing. But I feel like you're getting some sort of confirmation that you need. This also looks like making some sort of an agreement, signing some sort of document. I feel that someone wants either like a commitment with you, or they are wanting something long term. You're going to feel valued and loved. And you are going to have like your moment of victory. Some sense of accomplishment. Now I'm getting something about Morse code. I don't know if someone knows that or if they're studying it for whatever reason. I feel that you are building like a solid foundation. It's a solid foundation of trust, or you are building something with security. It's got healthy roots. This is a healthy seed that's being planted, and a healthy relationship that is growing and developing. I feel that a connection is a dream come true, or some sort of wish fulfillment. I feel like there is some sort of healing energy coming between two people. Like there's healing. Two people are, I'm hearing like those magnetic waves, like something like vroom, vroom, vroom. It's like something is flowing between the two of you. It's magnetic, it's energy, and it's healing. So I feel like there is some sort of healthy energy exchange between you and another person. Even if this is not romantic, I feel like this is like a strong business partnership. Or if you're starting a new job, this is like your calling. Yep. There is the birth of something new. And it's making you excited. I feel like you're having big dreams or you're dreaming big. There is some sort of mutual agreement taking place between two people. I also feel like you're making some sort of peaceful arrangement. You could also meet someone new at your job or through your line of work. Yeah, I feel that it's just being reiterated about you getting an opportunity to connect with a soulmate or work with a soulmate. And I feel like two people are bonding. They're talking about the past and they're bonding. Now, it could be a level of trauma bonding, or at least bonding on something sad that happened. I feel that someone is put in your life to strengthen you or so that you could give each other strength. There could also be like a reconciliation or people reuniting that haven't seen each other in a while. I feel that someone has been lonely and is finding the missing piece of the puzzle. Or someone has, if not lonely, just feeling lost and now has a sense of fulfillment or purpose. Or that's what something is leading up to. Try not to overwork yourselves. I feel like you're also going to be busy working on something. It's like you love it and you're passionate about it, but you also could get stuck by overthinking. if you're working with new people, I feel like there is this nervousness at first, but then it goes away. Like they're gonna put you at ease. Like it's so easy to connect or share things with this person. Something, it just feels like working together, like we're all working together, or we all have this agreement. We had a discussion, we made an arrangement. So I don't know, I just feel like these people are all working together, or you're bonding with these people, you're networking. Now, you could have been at one point feeling like an outcast, or maybe at one point you felt like your messages weren't getting through to people, or people weren't hearing you. But it seems that things are going to work itself out. You will get past like some sort of communication blockages or issues, any challenges in communication. I feel like things are going to be worked out. Somebody is also maybe initially being distant or cold because they're shy. So they just kind of come off as being mean, but they're just really shy. I also feel like there is someone around you who might be envious, or maybe you're needing to block out their energy. I'm a little suspicious about a fire sign in your energy. If there has been issues with a fire sign, it's looking like maybe things are going to work themselves out. Or like at first you didn't like somebody, but now you really like this person. Okay, I feel like an earth sign kind of feels like you should read their minds. They're needing to open up and talk about what they're feeling or what's bothering them. Someone is just very stubborn in general. Even if it's you, I kind of feel like somebody is like, don't you want to talk about it, or what's wrong? Or somebody just keeps saying nothing's wrong. No, I don't want to talk about it. Nothing's wrong. Like you might deal with that type of energy. But it also seems that maybe you're going to be very patient with them, even if they are being standoffish or guarded. Or there is someone who's going to be very patient with you. If you are struggling financially, I feel that there's going to be an opportunity being presented to you, some sort of financial opportunity. And I feel that initially you don't want to do it, but then you warm up to the idea of it, whatever this is, and you decide that if this is your fate, then you'll go along with it. You're like, you know what, I don't really want to do this, but if this is my destiny, let me just let it flow. Let me allow things to play out. So I kind of feel like you initially aren't trusting what the universe is offering to you, but you do gradually embrace this, whatever this is. Yeah. All right, so those are all the messages that I have for you. Hopefully some things have resonated. Feel free to leave your feedback. Thank you guys for watching. Sending love and grace.